What's going on, YouTube? Just wanted to take a few minutes tonight to talk about a couple of my favorite calibers. It is the 40 Smith & Wesson and the 357 SIG. These two are more alike and have a lot in common than a lot of people really think or know. Right off the bat, a 357 SIG is basically a 40 Smith & Wesson case that's bottlenecked to hold a 9mm projectile. So, I don't know if you could tell or not, but of course the 40 is bigger in diameter. It's 40 cal. This is like a 9mm. It's 125 grain. These are usually in 165, or this one in particular is 180. So, but they have the same powder charge in the casing. So this one is moving a lot faster and has a lot more energy than, say, even just a 165 grain 40 Smith & Wesson. And they made the SIG, the 357, to try to replicate 357 Magnum ballistics in a semi-auto pistol back in the early 90s. And this is what they came off of. So this bad boy is moving. This is 125 grains. This is just Winchester white box. This is going about 1,350 feet per second, as opposed to 180 grain, about 1,000. So this is pushing about 400 foot-pounds. This is up over 500 out of a target load. You could get some buffalo board loads of 357 SIG that are close to 1,500 feet per second. So this thing is pretty stout. I have it in my, of course, my SIG P320 compact, and it handles it pretty well, but it's got a pretty big muzzle flash at the end, and it's loud. People always stop and stare and look at it when I'm shooting it at the range. But what's interesting about these two is, since they are the same casing, all you have to do with most guns is a simple barrel swap. So like my P320, even though it's modular, if I really wanted to, all I gotta do is just buy a 40 cal barrel and switch it out, and that's it. The mag holds the same. Like if you look at my mag, it says 40 cal 357 SIG, so I'm gonna change that just to switch out the barrel. That's it. Same thing vice versa. Like I have a M&P Shield 40 cal that if I really wanted to, all I gotta do is buy a 357 SIG barrel for it, and I'll be able to shoot 357. It's actually kind of cool just because I like to be able to shoot multiple calibers with one gun. I don't like to carry around a whole bunch of guns and like one here for this, one here for that. So it's pretty cool to just be able to shoot two calibers essentially out of the same gun, but just a really quick barrel swap. So that's one thing about it. Now, for those of you who don't know, originally the 40 cal came out in about 1990 because of the Miami shootout, that there were some bank robbers and they got into it with, 7, 8 FBI agents. I'm not exactly 100% sure on the entire story. I know about it. But they were using 9mm and 38 special and all that, and they were getting hits on the robbers, but it wasn't dropping them or incapacitating them quick enough. And so that's what really made them decide to reconsider what they wanted to shoot and carry. So at first they brought out the 10mm, and people really liked it because that's a really powerful round. But a lot of the FBI agents were having trouble qualifying with their annual quals because of the power. It's stout. So that's when Smith & Wesson, or is it Winchester? I'm not 100% sure. Sorry, if you know, then put in the comment section down below. But they decided to create the 40 Smith & Wesson, which is more or less a watered down 10mm, but it's still pretty powerful. So both of these rounds have very good penetrating qualities. Obviously, as this one's going a lot faster than the 40 cal, and so you'll see a lot of different videos on YouTube of penetration tests, and this SIG usually reigns supreme, but the 40 cal is still pretty good. In my compact, it could hold 13+1 of either one, so that's, and it's relatively small size. I don't have big hands by any means, but I mean 13+1, if you need more than that in any caliber really, then I don't know, a lot of people get really crazy what they feel they need. More is better, and I'm like, if you're gonna gunfight, like, what do you expect to get shot at by like 6-7 people? I don't know, but 13+1 for me is really good. Anything more than that I think is overkill, but that's just personal preference. So that's about it, guys. If you have any other questions or comments or anything like that, please feel free to let me know. If you like this type of content, then I'll continue to do that. Just let me know what you guys like. If you want to see more reviews, I have a few more guns that I could do that'll probably be coming out in the next couple weeks and months and stuff like that. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.